Goodbye. I'm done. I can't see. Need to go.
Welcome everyone to the social van. Feeling Kyle sick of the bullshit. So here they are, reppin' C+, ready to turn every podcast to dust. So sit down and shut the fuck up, cause when in doubt, fuck your couch. Welcome everybody to the social vent. Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, I am KMB the Sexy Ninja.
And this is Jimbo.
And there's no Phil.
Phil is not here with us right now.
And we are making our way to Tuba City.
Tuba City? What are we going to Tuba for today?
I'm a fat fuck and they're worried I'm going to have a heart attack. So I got to get a doctor's appointment.
Well, okay.
He's like, okay, sure.
That's what you have to do. I guess that's what you have to do.
Yeah, Phil couldn't join us because he has obligations like his job.
Right.
You know,
bills do need to be paid.
Yeah, and we don't have obligations.
Not today.
Yeah, so the res, man.
Oh my goodness.
Look at this place. Like it's so amazing when you go down the hill and how green that it just stops.
Right.
It's just fucking desert.
Totally different landscape, and we're not even 10 miles outside of Flag.
I know, and what's so funny is like I've always joked with everybody. That's how it was where I used to live in Shiprock, New Mexico.
Uh-huh.
Like you would go to Farmington, which is this town is about 30 minutes away and whatnot. But we were right on the border of the Navajo Reservation.
Uh-huh.
So because Shiprock was just right there, and as soon as we drive, and as soon as you hit that border mark, it's like green and this and that and trees and whatnot. Then when you come back the opposite way, it's like green, and then you hit the reservation border, it's like desert, dead.
It makes it, it's, and they did that on purpose back then. They picked the ugliest landscape and said, here, we're just going to put you here. You guys can fucking deal with it somehow.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, I always tell people, it's not as bad, but I always consider like the res like a third world country type thing. Because it's different out here.
It is different out here. It's probably run more like a third world country, but the tribes, I shouldn't say the reservation, the tribes on the reservation have money.
Yeah. And a lot of them, they don't spend it to better the reservation sometimes, and it's sad, man, because there's a lot of land out here. There's a lot of potential to grow a little town and business and whatnot, but
to me, even going out to Tuba, a lot of people, there's nothing out here. This is fucking ugly. I get out here and I love it. It's red. There's colors. There's out on the reservation, and I look at it and go, "What was the fucking white man thinking back then?" This, as far as I'm concerned, there's not much to look at, but the red rocks. But it's beautiful. You come out here in the wintertime, and the red and the white and the little bit of green you do have out here is the contrast in those colors is just amazing to me.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and there's a lot of land that's out here that's just like, oh man, I imagine like my brain goes to the whole like the West, the old Wild West days, how they used to camp out in the canyons and shit like that.
Yeah.
And now, it is beautiful out here, but I wish there was more. And there's a lot of places there's little minute little towns out here. What's that one? Loop?
Yeah, Loop.
Yeah, I barely discovered Loop like last year because my mom does the flea markets out there.
Right.
So she showed me. I'm like, this is Loop. I'm like, oh yeah, little town, very very little. I don't know if I would call it a town.
Right. It's just, I don't even think there's a middle school there. I think there is one elementary school there is all that's there.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's how small the place is.
And what's so fucking crazy is you got to think about it is there's some people who are living out here who don't have power or water still.
Right.
And they come to town to get water and whatnot.
Right. And then you got towns. I used to deliver the Navajo Hopi Observer out here. And I think it's Kokotsmobi that you drive 30 miles. It's the only thing down this dirt road, and it's at the very end, and it's the only way to get in, and then you have to turn around and drive that 30 miles back out. It's just like, wow. And that just shows how rural it still is.
Yeah, I remember I got my driver's license out here. And they were like, where was it at? And I can't think of it, but it's a place like 30 minutes away from Shiprock. And I remember getting out there and like, all right, you're going to drive down to the post office on this one road and you're going to drive back. And I was like, all right, you're going to parallel park? I'm like, where? And then he brought out 2 cones.
Right.
Like, in the parallel park through there. I'm like, okay. Then what was cool, though, was the lady was really sweet. Like, I kept on hitting the cones. Start over. Hit the cones. Start over. You know we only give you 3 chances, right? And I was like, I know. I'm sorry, blah, blah. She goes, you got 1 more chance. And I'm like, all right. Hit the cone. 1 more chance. And I'm like, I finally got it after 3 more tries.
Cool.
And with the test and whatnot, she was really helpful too with that. She was like, I was like, I was filling it out in front of her. I'm like, okay, blah blah. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Here, let's put people on the road.
Yeah, there's a lot of dirt road out here too.
Yeah, and that, that's what I like about Flagstaff still is, they may close them down in the wintertime, but that's because they get tore up if they don't. But it's all the dirt roads and everywhere you can go and not have to touch pavement. You can get out here, or out on, you can get to 89, and from here you can get to Loop Road, and from here you can get to 180 without touching pavement.
I believe it, man. There's a lot of roads out there, man.
Yeah.
I used to love coming out here with my grandpa. He used to tell me all types of shit, man.
Yep.
And he used to tell me like, oh yeah, right there, blah blah blah. Oh, right there's that ghost and shit like that. That's
right.
why when it comes to paranormal stuff, that's why I don't fuck with it, because I think there's a lot of shit out here that it's just you just don't want to mess with.
Yeah, don't want to fuck with. You hear the beliefs, not necessarily the religious beliefs, but the beliefs of the natives. There's some crazy fucking shit out here. If you believe half of what they say, there is some crazy shit out here.
Skinwalkers, fucking. And I remember like, oh god, dude, all types of shit, man. And I remember like bringing my wife out here. There's in Gray Mountain that's coming up. Those abandoned hotels, the ones that are all tagged up and spooky looking.
Right.
She's like, oh, if we did a ghost show here, that'd be awesome. I'm like, nope. Nah. There was one ghost show. I don't remember what it was, but they're basically a YouTube ghost show, I believe. Don't quote me on that.
Right.
But they went out to Shiprock, my hometown, and they went a little farther away. And there's like right before you leave, go into Hogback or whatnot, going towards Farmington. There's this really big mountain. I wouldn't say a mountain, but a big hill with some jagged rocks and whatnot. It looks really fucking cool.
Right.
Well, they went in there, and I guess they found like pottery, and they found like all type like little etches out where people probably would have stayed back in the day, and this and that. And it was just like, it gave me that creepy feeling, like, ugh, nah.
Right? No. Yeah. I understand how you feel. We go to Jerome. Jerome's supposedly haunted and shit like that. oh, we need to go stay in this motel. No, I don't care. And, you know, a lot of people say, oh, they rig it and they do this and they do that. I don't care. I don't watch horror movies because I don't like to be fucking scared. That just gives me the shivers, shit like that. No, not for me.
Well, that's the thing is I like horror movies. I like gore. I like this and that, as long as I'm watching it on TV, you know. But in real life, man, I do get kind of creeped out when you see shit and whatnot.
Right.
What were you pointing at?
Oh, it was a crow. I thought it was another hawk, but it was a crow.
Oh, there's a lot of crows out here.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, it's so cool though. It's like when you see like the cows and the horses and.
Yeah, it's the wrong time of year for it now, but coming out here, my buddy used to drive this road every day delivering to Paige. And I used to ride with him once in a while. He used to have horses and cows out here. It's the wrong time of year right now, but they're out here. One thing I haven't seen in a long fucking time is antelope. Oh, there's looks like some cows right there.
I don't know what they're eating because it's all
right. It's all brown grass. I guess they'll eat that too.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is like I don't have health insurance, so that's why we're driving out here, and you know to get my free health care and whatnot. And I have to drive out here for the dentist too. It's out in Cameron, so a little past Gray Mountain. Oh man, that's a crappy drive because it's one of those things where after I get a tooth pulled or something like that, it's the drive back.
Right.
And I'm like, oh.
Right. Yeah, that sucks.
You know, it's crazy too. Is like when we talk about ghosts and whatnot, you think about when they're like, how many murders have happened on the reservation that go unsolved and shit like that.
Right. And yeah, that's another fucking thing out here. It's so rural and so desolate. You can get away with that shit. You could probably hide a body out here and it'd never even be found if you put it in the right spot.
Oh yeah, man. And I was reading. I don't know if this is true or not. You know, our listeners can come at me, but you know, I don't like Gallup. I don't like Gallup because Gallup scares me.
Right.
You know, because there's a bunch of crimes and wannabe gangs out there and this and that. And you know, I was reading something saying like Gallup is so bad that it's almost on the level with like a Chicago or something like that.
Wow. I haven't heard that, but I had heard it was bad.
And there's a lot of unsolved murders there and shit like that. So it's just it's crazy when you think about it. Like you said, you can go bury somebody out here and fucking
never be found.
Well, that's what my mom wanted to do. She wants to become a forensic nurse.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah, like she's gone to school for it. She's so fucking smart, and she just wanted to come out and like help find these cases, and you know, because I wonder, like we should look this up. Like how many cold cases are out here?
Right, figure it out. Unsolved cases out here. I imagine it's, not to be prejudiced against the reservation, but I imagine it's more. Because of how rural and desolate it is out here, you know? I mean, you can literally look for miles and not see another building or car or anything when you're out here.
Well, that too, and the whole idea of like, you imagine, this is why there's some brave motherfuckers out there, when they're walking or hitchhiking this long stretch of road and whatnot at night. I'm like,
Nope.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Now, my grandpa's told me stories where where him and his buddies went hitchhiking, like back from the boarding school.
Right.
And he's told me like being up in the mountains and stuff like that. He told me like one time he was walking with his friends, and all of a sudden this truck goes, pulls up right in front of him, says, "Get in the car, get in the truck," and they said without hesitation, they just booked it, jumped in the bed of his truck, and this guy just took off. And then they're like, "What's going on?" And they go, "Wolves," and they looked, a pack of wolves right behind them.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, yeah. I'd be like, "No, motherfucker." I'm gonna get eaten, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, and he said they were walking at night, and then I guess the pack of wolves were just trailing them just a little bit.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and he says like all of a sudden that guy was like, "Get in!" Then they're like, "Okay, what happened?" And they looked and they just saw them.
Oh
and
shit!
I'm like, "Oh, dude, that
right?
That gives me the creeps,
Yeah,
man."
it does. Shit like that is crazy. Yeah, I had when I delivered the Navajo Hopi Observer, the people I worked for, they're like, "Oh man, the people on the reservation are so nice. You have nothing to worry about." Because I had it was a 22-hour run for me because I refused to pull over on the side of the road and sleep on the reservation. So I would drive from Flagstaff to Golden Valley, pick up the Navajo Hopi Observer and some inserts for the Arizona Daily Sun. I'd leave Golden Valley, I'd come to Flagstaff, I'd drop the inserts off at the Daily Sun, and then I'd come out here and drive around and deliver the Navajo Hopi Observer. I'd come out this way and go through Tuba, Kayenta, and all the way out to the other side, and I would stop at Twin Arrows. That was before the casino was up. I'd pull off the freeway at Twin Arrows and sleep in the truck at that point.
So you've seen that gas station like open?
Which gas station?
Was there a gas station right there? Because there were the Twin Arrows thing, like those old arrows. That are...
I have It's been closed ever since I can remember. It might have been open when I was a kid, but back when I was delivering the Hopi Observer, they tried to open it again, and the girl I was seeing at the time worked out there.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah, it wasn't open very long before they shut it again, but yeah, I've seen it open and operate, but not for very long.
I've always wondered that, too, because I remember when they first opened Twin Arrows, and we don't go that way. If I'm going to go home to Shiprock,
right,
we usually go this way. We go all the way through Tuba City, then, and all the way to Shiprock, because this is considered the back road.
Right.
With going through Gallup and all that, hitting the freeway, there's just this long stretch of road I do not like, because there's nothing, and especially at night, oh my goodness. Right. It's about a good maybe 4.5, almost 5-hour drive, depending on how fast you are. Right. And knowing how me and my wife are, we're not fast. Like, right, we like taking our time.
Exactly.
Then we're like stopping here, like, oh, let's get some candy. Oh, stop here.
Right. And that's what we try and do too. We'll be driving, it's like, oh, let's pull over, like what I said for Jimbo's Playground. We just drive, oh, well, let's go here then. And off we go.
You ever, you should do a Jimbo's Playground. There's those dinosaur tracks out here, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I've been, that one, the Petrified Forest, I want to do as well. I posted some things, and Steven was like, well, this is probably an episode for Jimbo's Playground. It was a kayak trip on the Colorado to this fucking pool that's green. It's just literally green, some kind of cavern. And I was like, I want to go see that. And one way, it's 4 miles to go to it. And the other way, it's like 12 miles. It's like, okay, which way do you go? But I really want to do that, because that's why we bought the kayaks, to go put them in the water and do shit.
Well, I think that's what kayaks are for.
Right.
Unless you're just sitting in the living room going, woo-hoo!
Yeehaw!
Yeah, just sitting in front
Feel
of
that one?
Sitting in front of the TV watching a...
Right. Watching a raft trip. Yeah!
Yeah, I'm the opposite. Nah, I'm good.
Right.
I think when we do the... I wouldn't mind doing the Reservation Jimbo's Playground.
All right.
Yeah, like, I think, but with a twist. Instead of, like, doing all this, like, going outside and doing this thing, like, we should do, like, go to the flea market and document that.
Okay.
Like, you know, like go get a mutton sandwich. Like that's my type of outside activity that I'll do.
There you go. Okay, we can do that. We can document that. Hell yeah.
Or we can document going to KFC because we don't have one in Flagstaff.
No, we don't. We do not have one in Flagstaff, and I just dropped it. Quit playing with it.
Oh.
Hit it. Back.
Oh, we're never coming up on Gray Mountain.
Gray Mountain. I heard last time I was out here, these tanks were all painted differently than what they're painted now.
Oh, yeah?
Somebody came out and printed, have you ever, well, I don't know if you've ever paid attention to these tanks. People have been painting murals on them for a long time, and they finally covered, I guess, most of what was on there and repainted them differently.
Ah. Nah, this is where they had the Faygo, by the way.
Oh.
This is the store. Oh, yeah, those ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they always have, like, stuff painted on them and whatnot. Murals, and some of them are cool, and some of them are just ugly tags, you know?
Yep.
Oh, looks like somebody opened a shop there. Huh.
Shit.
Oh, look at that. Someone stopped to go look at those rooms. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Get that ghost like coming at you, man. Yeah, see, yeah, look at that. That's just so spooky.
Yeah. I was talking to my buddy, was thinking about, we need to buy this property.
For sale.
Yeah. And if it wouldn't cost so much money to put money back into it and open it up, but, you know, back when they built it, it wasn't a very good idea. And now, the more people growing up, there is more people that will come out and stay in a motel on reservation land just because it's on native land.
Yeah, and you know, there's even though there's not a lot of things to do, there's a lot of things you can go do.
Yeah.
Like exploring these areas and whatnot. Yeah. All the rocky areas. Like you said, look at that. It's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, it is. And that's one thing I've always wanted to do is come here to Cameron and then just kind of walk up the canyon in Colorado.
You need to get a Jeep.
Yeah. I need something 4-wheel drive.
Something high too, because you got your car.
Yeah.
I know you cruise everywhere in.
Yep. I do. I abuse that little car. I take it where it should not go. I'm always fucking like talking shit about a lot of people in Phoenix. Their 4-wheel drives never see dirt. My car goes more places than their trucks do.
I believe you. Oh, you remember when we went down to go see Shaggy? You're like, I think I broke my car.
Yep.
Then we looked at it, you're like, nope. Damn. You're like, what did you do? You hit a pothole or something?
Yeah. I hit a pothole. And then, yeah, we got there. And it wasn't broke. It was all right.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, man, my ears pop. Coming down from the mountain.
Oh, yeah? Good.
Yeah,
I mean, and there's the different, and what entices me about this is mostly the geology, the rocks.
yeah, because that's what you like to collect.
Yeah, we come out here and we collect rocks. I mean, we went disc golfing yesterday, and all anybody was doing was picking up rocks because the rocks out there at Fort Tut Hill are amazing, and they're everywhere. I mean, all you have to do is look at the ground, and you can just go like this,
Scoop up the rocks.
Scoop up the rocks, and you have a handful of amazing rocks. It's really cool. So yeah, that's what we do. So yeah, that's what would entice me out here is to come out and check out the rocks and, you know, have a good time doing shit like that. Hike around. Of course, you won't do the hiking.
Yeah, I won't do that. I'll stop at these little shops, you know.
Right.
These are all scattered through, man. You know,
they are.
I respect the hustle of my people, bro.
Hell yeah. And, you know, it's funny because I was hanging out with this native girl for a little while, and she does that. She makes jewelry. She's got a whole fucking setup, and they mostly go to the overlook at off the switchbacks, the top of the switchbacks.
Yeah.
Is where they go. And I asked her once, I'm like, what about, the place at Indian Gardens? And she goes, nope. She goes, it's not regulated. She goes, half that shit is made in China. And I'm like, really? She goes, yeah. She goes, where we're at, the Forest Service comes in and they make sure that we are licensed and we made this jewelry and it is ours. And I'm like, oh, I did not know that. She's like, yeah.
That's some good shit to know, man.
Yeah.
Like, and what's dope too out here is like you got motherfuckers, like you got people like out here making burgers, slanging burgers, or slanging jewelry, making T-shirts, and I was gonna tell you, like, when I brought up the flea market thing, man. Every Saturday was the flea market in Shiprock, and I believe in Tuba it's every Friday. But man, that was like our mall.
Right.
When I was growing up, man, like we used to go there, you used to get like bootleg DVDs and bootleg CDs,
right.
And that's where I got a lot of my wrestling DVDs.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because I would have to at least wait a week because there was one dude I knew, and when a pay-per-view would happen, I would have to wait a week and then go see him, and then I had to catch up after watching it from there.
Right.
Yeah, so I got a whole 4 books full of just wrestling DVDs I've gotten from the Res and whatnot, and movies too. Like they'd be like, "All right, pick 3 DVDs for $5 or some shit like that."
Right.
I'm like, here's $20. Let's pick out all. They had all the new shit too.
Right. That's cool.
But you got to remember which ones were like, that one just came out, so that's more likely like a hand cam.
Right. Yep.
That was when I discovered what bootlegging was. These hand cam vids. Because the first one I ever bought, because my mind was blown.
Right.
Like, this was the first time I've ever seen anything like it. It was out in Kirtland. Yeah, that's 15 minutes out from Farmington.
Right.
And it's like the halfway point, basically.
Okay.
And there's this little gas station right there. I think it was a Giant. And this guy was outside on this little desk and whatnot, and he's out there and he's doing his thing, and he has like these DVD cases all lined up, and he had Freddy versus Jason, and he had a case on it. I was like, "What? Are you fucking kidding me?" You know what I mean? I was like, my mind was blown because it just came out, and I wanted to go see it because Freddy Krueger is my jam,
right?
And so I remember. We got it, and then we took it home, and I think my mom paid $20 for it, and we put it in, and I was just like,
right,
this guy
of the movie. Oh shit!
Yeah, and then the best one is we bought 2 because we bought the Marine with John Cena, and the best thing about the Marine was we were trying to watch it, trying to watch the hand cam stuff, and all of a sudden, the guy at the end of the movie was like. You can hear him put the camera in his bag, and he gets up, and all of a sudden you hear everybody outside the theater talking and this and that, and all of a sudden you hear him open another door to another theater. Then he walks in and he takes out the camera, and I believe it was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Then I was like, "Mom, 2 for 1."
That's fucking great.
Oh,
shit.
Yeah, dude. That's how I got a lot of music out here, too.
That's cool.
Yeah, back in the day, too, I remember when they started bootlegging music, they used to print the covers on the disc themselves, but they would always get stuck in your CD player because they're too thick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so that it was bootlegging, man. That's the thing out here.
Yeah. My buddy worked for a company here in Flag, and he used to deliver out to the res, and they used to take his product out of the vehicle and put cases of alcohol underneath.
True bootlegger, huh?
Yeah, and then come up and sell it.
Dude, yeah, man. I used to see, because alcohol's not allowed on the reservation. Oh, by the way, that's the dentist office right there. See how that small little plane? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You have to take a dirt road to get to it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I remember, what was it called? Yeah, what was I talking about?
Oh, fuck. What was I talking about? Then figure out what you were talking about, because I started.
I know, I saw the dentist. I was like, there's the dentist office.
Right?
Oh, this bridge is always cool, though. Right here?
Yeah, that, I don't want to go on that one.
Why?
Because I'm afraid of heights. And bridges scare the fuck out of me. Like, I was living in Washington. There's the Narrows. It's about 2 miles across. But there's a bridge across it. Suspension bridge. Gallup and Gertie is what they called her. And so going across it, it's 4 lanes. When we first moved up there, it was 2 lanes one way, 2 lanes the other way. I'd always get in the inside lane. Always. I would not drive on the outside lane of that bridge.
Oh, man, I'm the opposite, bro. I love heights. I love heights so much. I remember, like, when I worked at the movie theater, those lights way up top?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I used to change those.
Oh,
I used to love changing those. Get the big. We had the A-frame ladder, and you had the ladder that was in the middle that you pushed up to get even further up.
Oh,
so you're teeter-tottering when you go up. That was the thing that I used to love fucking jumping on, man. I used to, my boss is like, you're fucking crazy. I'm like, check it out. I go up there, then I climb up there, then I tie my legs around that top ladder while I'm swinging, and then just trying to put in the light bulb and shit like that.
Fuck that. No, thank you. My asshole puckers when the ladder moves a little bit, and I'm on the first rung.
Your asshole puckers. Hey, folks, I didn't go there first.
Right? That was me this time, folks.
Phil's missing out.
All right.
Punk ass. Probably writing another book.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's good, though.
Yeah. Not really. Did you read the last? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Phil. His book is great. His book is great. He's going to be like, fuck you.
Right.
He's like, this is why I didn't want to go with you.
Right?
Just talking shit.
That's all you do, Kyle. What you talking shit for?
Yeah, look at this. Even if you're out here, there's nothing. Look at how beautiful.
I know. Just, I mean, and coming out here, you see all these little ATV tracks all over these fucking hills. Can you imagine the fun you could have doing that shit?
Oh my god, dude. I'm a little bit of a daredevil when it comes to those things, dude.
So am I.
I remember one time, this was a long time ago, but my aunts here, when they had the 3-wheelers, because they don't do the 3-wheels no more.
Yeah.
But I'm going, and they had, like, you go down the hill, and it was like a little derby thing. Where you go up the hill, and you go down the hill. It was a big track that they made for the little dirt bikes and whatnot. And so I remember, like, I went up this one hill, just fucking gunned it. I was like, oh, I was like, yoo! And I was going up, and it died halfway up the hill.
Oh, shit.
So it died, and then I started rolling backwards. And so instead of my dumbass pulling the front brakes,
you pulled the rear brakes?
Yeah.
Stepped on the rear brakes?
Yeah. And so it was coming down fast too. So instead of pulling the front ones, so it can jerk me and stop me.
Right.
I fucking like push the back brakes and just go woohoo backwards into this fucking bush. Just bam, and the bike on top of me. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, good times though.
Oh, yeah. Sound like.
Yeah. I remember the second time too. We had this like little motorized like scooter or whatnot, and we were going to the Navajo Nation Fair in Shiprock, and this thing can haul ass. So, and I think I either broke my ribs or fractured my arm because I'm cruising. I'm like, I'm going all by these cars after the parade, and all of a sudden, my family was behind me, but I was trying to like stay slow enough so they can catch up. Right. And all of a sudden, I hear, and I look and I see a little fucking pothole. And I'm like, oh, cool. Boom.
Fuck.
I go over the handlebars. Bam, 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 bam. And I'm all laying there and I'm all laughing because usually every time when I fall or something really bad happens to me, I fucking laugh. Like, it freaks my wife out. Like, I don't go, oh, I'm just laughing because it hurts so much.
Right.
And like, nobody stopped. I was like, you dickheads.
Right.
Somebody check on me.
Right? I'm fucked up. Yeah. I'm laughing because it was fucking hilarious, but I'm fucked up.
I'm fucked up. And like, my mom and them ran up. They're like, you all right? I'm like, no. How come nobody stopped to check on me? Fuck y'all.
Right.
Oh, man. Yeah, dude. That's why out here, though, that'd be fun.
Yeah. It's wide open. You can do a lot of stuff. It'd be a lot of fun out here. It would be.
Yeah, but, let's see, what time is it? Okay, well, you know, we'll make this a two-parter. So this will be part one, and because I think we're at a good 30 whatever minutes.
Right on.
But all right, ladies and gentlemen, for this week, part 2 next week on our trip from Tuba City.
Tuba City.
Also, remember, go to Shudder.com and Shudder.com/podcast and use the special promo code C+, CPLUS. Also, Jim, tell them about that Patreon dropping April 1st.
Yes, we have a Patreon account dropping April 1st. And guess what? We're not like the rest of the Patreon. We have one tier and one tier only. And guess what? We gave you 50% off on that tier too. It's only $5.
$5.
$5.
Holy shit. $5.
What do they get for that, Kyle?
Oh my goodness. You Can't See This podcast twice a month. You got Fat or Whack every Friday, a song by me. You get the Social Vent podcast early. You got the Bone-Ass Vents. There's 2 a month, sometimes 3 because that's the way the months work. You got the Lost Zone, episodes that never even made air on there. And the Bone... there's also gonna.
Wait. There's more.
Oh, there's more.
What the fuck? $5? That's it?
Oh, and also you get like a Jimbo's Playground that's never even seen the light of day.
Wow.
You get a Juggalo vlog that's never seen the light of day. You'll get an exclusive Big Daddy Goes Deep.
Oh yeah.
And he's probably listening right now, like, quit giving away shit, motherfuckers.
Right.
$5 a month. That's ridiculous.
It's fucking crazy.
And all that funds goes right back to us and right back into the studio. So, you know, we wanted to make sure that everybody was capable and able to have this.
Yes.
So just check it out, Patreon. The links are all up. You can check the website, cplusstudios.com, for all your C+ needs. Also check out Phil's second book.
Take this book as you will.
Take this book as you will. Not poems and prose. So check it out, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll catch you next week with part 2. Huh?
Yeah, TeePublic as well.
Oh,
TeePublic.com.
So I'm looking at your shirt right now, too.
Right.
We're on the reservation and
I
shit.
got the Indigenous Relentless on.
Yeah, go to teepublic.com and one word, C+928 in the search bar, and you will see all the bomb-ass designs, including one of my favorites, KMB Mania, brother.
Right on.
The wicked, the sexy ninja running wicked on you. Definitely, there's a lot of them. Big Daddies Go Deep. You got a Jimbo's Playground. Go check it all out. And I am KMB, the sexy ninja.
And this is Jimbo.
And when in doubt, fuck your couch.